Man, I really don't like playing against Palutena. If only I could punish that Nair. Wait, that wasn't a dream? That really happened? Yep, that's right, Ike mains. Something that almost never happens to us has finally just occurred.
Prepare yourself.
We have new tech. One of Ike's biggest weaknesses, his lack of quick out-of-shield options, might have just gotten a little bit better. Ike's up B, Aether, is generally considered to be a pretty good out-of-shield option. It kills, it has armor on frame 5, it has a ton of range, and it can be reversed out of shield to hit behind Ike. But it's always had one major drawback. The scooping hitbox of the move doesn't come out until frame 15. In a game where every character has a safe aerial somewhere between -2 and -13, that could be a problem. Our actual fastest out of shield option is our back air at frame 10, but it only hits tall characters and only if they're in their standing animation and at a specific distance behind us. If they're too close or slightly crouched, it will completely miss. This new tech will work on short and tall characters alike, and while it's not universally applicable, it may make some matchups a lot easier. It's Footstool Aether out of shield. Yes, Footstool Aether out of shield. Here's how it works. A lot of characters want to land aerials on your shield to start combos and apply pressure. Most of them will do this at max spacing in order to decrease their chances of being punished as much as possible. Some characters, however, will be trying to space and land extremely close to your shield, either to follow up their pressure with a jab or other quick poke option, or to create a situation where it's ambiguous whether they will cross you up or not. Footstool Aether is most useful in the second situation. Characters like Mewtwo, Pikachu, and Palutena will land directly on your shield with their nairs or other aerials to start combos and apply shield pressure. They'll often be trying to land right behind your shield to cross you up and avoid being shield grabbed. Because of this, we can jump out of shield, which takes 3 frames for the jump squat, hold the direction that the character is landed in, and then jump again as soon as we are at the height to footstool. All characters can do this, but very few can actually get a punish off of it. Footstooling gives you a lot of upward momentum, so hitting the opponent after performing one before they can act again is impossible for most of the cast. Thankfully, we have a move with a big scooping hitbox that hits below us and completely stops our momentum. Yep, Aether. You can buffer Aether out of the footstool animation, which will make it come out on frame 1 of the footstool jump. This completely stops you in the air, scoops your opponent up in front of you, and then does what new Aether does best. It kills. Footstool out of a jump takes between 1 and 7 frames, depending on your opponent's character's stance and height, meaning Footstool Aether is between a frame 4 and a frame 11 out of shield option when you account or jump squat, which is, in the right circumstances, really good. This makes Footstool Aether our best option out of shield against moves that are safer than -15 on shield, but unsafe enough that we can get the footstool in time. I'm leaving it up to you guys to figure out all of the applications, as I can't test every interaction in the game, but try to find moves, generally aerials, that are between around -7 and -14 on shield. It won't work for all of them because of factors like character height, shield push, and how far away from your shield the enemy lands, but it all comes down to knowing exactly what situations you can use this in. The method does have drawbacks, of course. Execution is pretty tight, but completely within the realm of reproducibility with some practice. It also definitely doesn't work on all moves on shield. It's not a universal out of shield option, but a niche tool we use in matchups where it might give us an edge. I see it being most viable in the Palutena, Pikachu, and Mewtwo matchups. These characters might stop doing aerials on your shield after you punish it, but that's a good thing. Any tool we have that limits our opponent's options is going to make a matchup easier. There's one other hurdle. This method does not work on every single character. Aether will whiff against a lot of the cast due to the animation they enter when they are footstool. We can correct for this against a lot of them by inputting a drift back on this frame of Aether's animation. On some characters, this is frame perfect, but for a lot of them, the window is actually pretty big. We can definitely make it work consistently. Because it's based on the animations of the characters, Aether will hit a lot of them from the front, but not the back, and vice versa, and will require different amounts of drift to connect. Luckily for you, I lab a little too much, and I've already tested this on every single character in the game. Here's a list of characters it works on, as well as information about how to make sure it lands every single time. Link to the full document is in the description. This technique may not completely reform Ike's metagame, but if it helps in just one matchup, especially if that matchup is Palutena, then I'm willing to give it a try. I'll keep figuring out what characters and situations it's useful in, but if you find one that works well, please leave me a comment down below and I'll start to compile a document of useful situations for us all to use. We'll be using the lab channel in my Discord as well to compile the list together, so join up if you haven't already. Link is in the description. I vote we call this one Stoop and Scoop. Maybe Sword Stomping. I don't know, you guys pick. Also, special shoutouts to Twitter and Discord users Cap'n and JJ for doing a lot of the testing and bringing this to my attention. And big shout out to Be Kind SSB for being my main lab partner. Go follow her right now. Anyways, only like 12% of you are subscribed, so get on that, and I'll see you next time. Have fun in the lab.